You know, I feel like when something not ideal, when something challenging happens, there can be such a tendency to focus on the misfortune of the situation. And I feel like sometimes we don't really recognize that we have a choice there. We have a choice to interpret it in the way that we want to interpret it. And I'm not talking about, gaslighting ourselves out of acknowledging the challenging aspects of something. I'm not talking about lying to yourself and denying the pain and denying the experience, but instead just reframing and shifting perspective and holding both as true, as holding both as possibility, that there can be pain in something, that there can be challenge, and also just trying to infuse a little bit more recognition of the positive, of what actually could be beneficial that is coming out of a challenging situation. And I feel like when we focus so much on the misfortune, on the pain of it, we don't really see that a lot of the times the really big challenging stuff, or even the little challenging stuff, offers us something within it. It offers us some sort of lesson. It offers us some sort of redirection that we may not see in the immediate happening, but as time unfolds, if we really attune ourselves to this, we can recognize this. And I feel that this practice of just noticing this more and more over time can just shift your whole fucking life. Like, in my perspective, like, I'm not saying it's a fix all, it's a cure all. I'm not here to sell you any of that, okay? But more so just to share personal things in my life that have helped, that has helped me, that continues to help me. And yeah, just because life can be challenging, of course, but it also is beautiful. And the more we choose to see through this lens, the more the beauty opens up to us. Not that it starts to become more beautiful, but it is already there, and we start to notice it more. And perhaps that noticing draws more of that to us because that's where our focal point is. But anyways, that's just a bit of an introduction. Whenever I make these videos, I kind of just see what I feel inspired to talk about in the moment. And something that kind of inspired this video today, this morning, okay, I'll say, is that, so little story time, okay, brief story. This morning I went to the grocery store. I was looking at some fruit. I was gonna buy a nectarine. I went to go grab it, and then as I did, I bumped into this not little, it was kind of big heavy metal thing that was on the side of the fruit stand, and it fell directly on my big toe, and it hurt really bad actually. Like, I hadn't experienced a pain like this in my body in a while, and it was like hard to stand on, hard to walk, and my toe got really hot, and I was like, oh man, this kind of hurts. So I bought my fruit. I kind of like limped over a little bit, bought my fruit, and then I sat outside. And I was kind of contemplating feeling into the pain and being like, should I go get this looked at? I don't know, time will tell. Let me just sit here. And then actually a friend ended up walking by, and I sat down and had a lovely conversation for a little bit, and the pain started to dissipate, but it was still there a bit. And my original plan was to go to the gym and just get a bunch of movement in this morning. I love movement. I spend a lot of time at the gym, dancing, all these movement practices. And it's something I love, and it's something I'm very devoted to. Yet I feel I've been noticing lately that I haven't really made much space for stillness and for spontaneity. I've been moving so much and just on my routine, which I love, but it's about balance. And so with me hurting my toe, I was like, I need to at least give my toe a few hours. I'm not gonna push it, I don't want to hurt myself. So instead, I went to the park, which is where I'm at right now. I mean, I'm sitting in my van at the park, and I decided I'm just gonna relax here and enjoy the park and slow down and read and write, and that's what I've been doing. And it's been so nourishing and so fucking fulfilling. It feels so good. And here I am now filming this video, which wouldn't have happened had I not dropped had I not dropped that on my toe. And I wouldn't be having this experience and slowing down had I not had that experience of the pain in my toe. And I feel that like I've been noticing that I've needed some more stillness. I've needed to slow down and maybe take a pause, like a rest day. I do believe in rest days. I do take rest days, but even on my rest days, I tend to like still stretch and practice dance. And I really like movement. Okay, but yeah, something has been telling me to rest more, and I haven't quite listened to that. And thus, I feel when you don't listen to something, something else comes along that's a little bit louder that kind of nudges you into needing to listen, and for that me dropping that on my toe was that for me this morning. And we can get in the technicals. People will be like, is that actually the inherent meaning? Was that what happened? Do you need to make meaning out of everything? These are questions, it's okay to ponder these. But for me, like, I think that there's meaning making that can push us more into illusion, and it's good to be discerning not to hyper make meaning and to avoid and use it as avoidance mechanism. But just knowing myself and feeling in, like, genuinely this feels true for me and it feels supportive, and I've found joy in framing it that way and learning from it. And yeah, taking the inspiration of this pain in my toe to be like, yeah, I want to introduce some more stillness, take some time to go out in nature and slow down. So yeah, just sharing the story as a very simple example. And of course, this can be on a spectrum, more than just like dropping your toe. Some big thing can happen in your life. You could lose a loved one. You could, lose a job. Like, there's so much that could happen that can hold both in it, where the pain of the situation, the grief, all that arises from that doesn't need to be dismissed. Okay, we can hold that and feel that and process it in its own time. And simultaneously, I feel that we can find the lessons and find the meaning, in it, like interpret it in a way that can support us in our growth and in our heart, in our opening. And that's just a practice that is like so fucking precious to me. This is something that I do every fucking day, and it's supported me so much, truly. Maybe it'll work for you, maybe not, but like I said, I just come on here and I'm sharing things, and take what you will, leave what you won't, leave what you don't want. How does the saying go? I'm not quite sure, but anyways, I just wanted to share that because that little that was not a good British accent, that little metal box that fell on my toe this morning inspired this whole thing. It's a butterfly effect, bro. It's trippy shit if you really think about it. But yeah, I'm really grateful. Truly, really fucking grateful for all of the shit, okay? Like, all of the really intense ass relationships in my life, I have learned so much from it. And then here's the part where I think it's important to really make sure we don't like keep ourselves stuck in unhealthy environments and situations through this mindset, which I have absolutely done. I think that's really important actually to note, because I have used this mentality of finding the positives in things to justify staying in really unhealthy environments. And just as with anything, it can be used as a tool, a really supportive tool, or it can be a double-edged sword. And it can keep us, we can choose, by choosing it in an avoidant way, it can keep us trapped, So I have noticed myself maintaining unhealthy relationships and justifying them through noticing the good things. But I think it's important to, do this, but also be honest with ourselves. And I feel like when we approach this practice with some real and raw honesty, then that's when it becomes more of like a clear tool, more of a useful tool. But genuinely, I can still see how the relationships that I've been in, I can see the good. I can see the good, the bad. I can see the challenging. I can see all of the layers and levels of it, and have a lot of gratitude, like true gratitude in my heart for all of that really fucking challenging shit, because I see how it supported me. And honestly, what I'm talking about, I mean, this is alchemy, I know sometimes this word can feel very woo woo, but like alchemy's real shit, bro. Like, and it's truly transforming your experiences into something to support you into that which nurtures you to grow. That is fucking alchemy. That's transformation. So it's like when we constantly hold a challenging situation as just purely misfortunate, that is when we are robbing ourselves of the opportunity to grow and to really transform, because there is fucking gold in it. Like, if we can transform it into gold, there is gold. Like, it is inherent in it. We just need to, acknowledge that and find a way to transform it. I just got a little shy because someone walked by. I get shy sometimes. Okay. I always try to catch myself with that. I get shy sometimes, speaking more clearly. It's like I am afraid of expressing in this way. It's like talking in front of a camera, in front of other people. It's an edge that I want to get more comfortable with. Constantly nudging myself outside my comfort zone. That is the game of life. That is the game of growth, baby. That's the game of growth. Whether it be little by little, and maybe some days you make some big strides. Nudge yourself, okay? Do some things that scare you and learn about yourself in the process. Like, constantly learning. That is like my deepest joy in of life, is to learn. Truly fucking love. Truly, what am I saying? I love learning. I love learning. I really do, man. I really fucking do. Um okay, I'm gonna wrap this up, and yeah, that's about that. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this. As always, truly, truly, truly fucking appreciate it. I want to like highlight, okay, how fucking precious your energy is, your attention. Like, just acknowledge that. Like, it's fucking precious. That's your life, bro. Where you focus your energy is your life, and it's really fucking amazing. So be discerning with that shit. Discernment is fucking powerful. Discernment is like one of the most powerful tools. All these tools, bro, you can put in your arsenal, and discernment is one of those, okay? So be discerning where you place your energy. I just want to insert a little reminder of that. And also, with that, say thank you so much for placing your precious energy onto this, onto what I'm sharing, onto what I'm expressing. And my intention is to express from my heart whatever the fuck is coming up. And I hope that it serves you in some way and there's something supportive from it that you have gained, I guess, from this. Or maybe not just gained, maybe something that you've lost and you're able to strip away through this, depending on the perspective you want to look at it. We can look at it as if we're just like constantly, taking stuff out and clearing our vessel to be more, more clear, more true. And so maybe you didn't gain something, maybe you lost something from that, and congratulations. Loss is fucking amazing, okay? It's also can have a lot of grief. It can be both, baby. It can be both. Can we hold the paradox within our little human vessel, within our little human experience? Can you hold paradox? It's a question, it's a challenging thing, but it's possible. Okay, anyways, enough. Yeah, thank you, truly. Till next time.